Welcome to this new video from Polyglot. Last night marked the end of the 69th edition of the Eurovision Song Contest, which, as you may know, was won by Austria. In recent years, I followed Eurovision, especially the finals, and this year I'd like to give a short review of the songs that made it to the final. So let's start by saying that this video will contain some personal musical criticism, but everything I say is meant to be a constructive and focus solely on the song being analyzed. I genuinely enjoyed all the entries this year, and also everything I will say is just my personal opinion, shaped by my tastes and biases, so I'm curious to hear what you think. Maybe you didn't like a song I liked and vice versa, so yeah, let me know in the comments what you think. So just remember to keep the conversation civil in the comments, thanks. So let's start from the bottom of the ranking and gradually work our way up to the podium. San Marino chose one of the most well-known Italian DJs and producers. The song celebrates Italian identity with a touch of bitterness. I won't hide that, being Italian, San Marino was among my favorites, and I would have loved to see them rank higher actually, but maybe the fact that it was tailored to an Italian audience hurt its chances. Iceland delivered a song very similar in spirit to San Marino's. I got good vibes from it the first time I heard it, and I would have placed it a little bit higher in the rankings too. The performance of Spain had a great potential. My main two criticisms are the song felt a bit anonymous, and the inclusion of certain Spanish-sounding elements felt a bit forced. That's a shame because I saw a lot of potential in this. Denmark. I didn't dislike the song actually. I really liked the production of the song, and yeah, but again, I felt this song was a bit too anonymous. Again, you will see that this will become a reoccurring problem of many songs this year. So I will be honest, the melody of the song from Luxembourg got stuck in my head right away and I can't get it out. The stage was amazing and the performance was pleasant. I would have liked to see this artist rank a little bit higher. Portugal. To me, one of the standout tracks this year. The sound reminded me a bit of Lucio Corsi, but with a Beatles vibe and hints of Radiohead here and there. And I think that was both the song's strength and weakness. I think it needs multiple listens to be fully appreciated. Armenia brought a high-energy alt-rock track with a super catchy chorus. Maybe some people saw it as an attempt to replicate Maneskin's style with a more modern rock twist, a more modern rock sound. But yeah, that's debatable, yeah, that's what I thought. A great performance anyway. Now, the UK song oozed British rock vibes, reminiscent of Queen and 70s and 80s UK alt rock. An interesting choice, a catchy track, though parts of the performance felt a bit off. It's a vocally demanding song, so I won't judge too harshly. Plus, Topo Gigio gave it 12 points, so to me it's good as it is.
Our 12 cheesy points go to United Kingdom.
Now, the youngest contestant dared a lot and delivered a solid performance. A few vocal slip-ups, just tiny little bit vocal slip-ups here and there, but yeah, I think this artist is very promising. Malta, same issue as before. Too much of a standard Eurovision song. I don't have much to say actually. The production was okay, catchy melody with an Arabic flavor, fine. Lithuania reminded me of early Muse with a darker twist. Conceptually interesting, one of the standouts for me again. The ending was a bit too repetitive though. Still, I'm definitely going to check out more of this band. Germany, a very 90s, early 2000 Eurodance track. I appreciated that. Again, the chorus is very catchy, but throughout the song, a tiny little bit too repetitive again. But yeah, great track overall. GG. Poland. Interesting track with a dark intro. The electronic production and visual complemented each other very well. And I think it's a fair position in the ranking. Latvia. One of the most unique entries this year. A bold choice that paid off, landing in the top half of the rankings. Great vocal harmonies and, arrangement. I'll probably save this track because, I want to dive deeper into this kind of music. Now, the Netherlands. A very emotional and personal song. You could feel the artist's soul in the performance. I would have placed it a little bit higher personally. Finland's Ich komme tried to recreate what Karija, I don't know how to pronounce his name, did 2 years ago. The ambiguous tonal shifts between minor sounding verses and major key sounding choruses were intriguing. That's something I appreciated. Switzerland. I don't accept the 0 points from the public. For a moment I thought Switzerland could win 2 years in a row. Great song, worthy successor to Nemo. Well done, Switzerland. Ukraine. Solid track. Ukraine usually brings very interesting songs. One of my favorites was the Go A entry of a few years ago. That really stood out to me. This was a different choice, both aesthetically and musically. The aesthetic of the song leaned into more of a vaporwave or synthwave song, and the song reminded me of, I don't know actually, maybe some Bruno Mars here and there. Maybe, yeah, this was a bit wild. Albania, big surprise, very unique track, and I definitely need to listen to this song more times to have more of a, well structured review. So yeah, I just say that the track really deserved the top 10. Well done, Albania. France, I still don't know how she sang with sand in her mouth. But seriously, a beautiful song, even if it's the usual French style. I'd love to hear something different from France. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Greece, a pleasant discovery. Musically, it evoked images of ancient Greece. I loved how the phonetics of the lyrics interacted with the music, and very impactful staging too. Great choice, Greece. Vivere la vita è un gioco da ragazzi. So I just realized I cut by mistake the Swedish song. The track is great, it's a fun track. The idea of having a sauna on stage is pretty fun, and yeah, it's a great track. I actually thought it was gonna win. Cash in third place is crazy. This was a smart move, using Italian stereotypes in a fun, ironic and universally understandable way. Tommy managed to do what Gabri Ponte struggled to achieve with European audiences. About Israel songs. The Israeli singer was one of the best performers this year. I personally would have put the song in the top 10. It was well made, her voice suited it perfectly, but personally, maybe the second place is a tiny little bit overrated. And finally, we have arrived at the winner, JJ from Austria. I was a bit surprised by the win because the song reminded me a lot of Nemo's song. He's very talented, but at times I found the performance a bit unpolished. But we are nitpicking here. The performer was great, the song was great, the people decided, and I'm happy with this. So well done, JJ. So next year we'll be heading to Austria, and yeah, we'll meet again next year with another Eurovision chat. For now, bye. Anyway, to me, the real winner of this year competition were these two.